Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole, and today I'm bringing you the third and final part of my Thanksgiving dinner series. And today's video is going to focus all on side dishes. So the first recipe is going to be for a vegan green bean casserole, and this was the most highly requested video that I got when I told you I was going to be doing this series. So I hope that you enjoy my recipe. And I'm also going to be showing you how to do a sweet potato casserole, but this one is a little bit different than the ones that you're going to see on Pinterest or even on other places on YouTube, because this is a family recipe and it's pretty unique, and it's one of those things where it's like as soon as I smell it in the oven or I get that first bite, I just know that it's Thanksgiving because I've grown up making this. So I hope that you guys will love it. I hope that it will become a tradition in your vegan Thanksgivings as well, and let's get started. So to make a green bean casserole, you obviously have to have some green beans, and I'm going to be using about a pound of green beans, and you just want to give them a good rinse and then trim off the ends. And these were really long, so I cut them in half so that they're all pretty much the same length, and then I set them aside. Next, we're going to be making a vegan mushroom cream sauce, and for this I'm going to use about 4 to 5 large mushrooms. You want to have about a cup of chopped mushrooms all together, and you want to make sure that you chop them into pretty small pieces so you don't get like big chunks. You want it to be kind of like how mushroom soup would be. And then over medium to medium-high heat, I'm going to saute them. You can do this with 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil, or you could do this with water if you prefer. And then I'm going to season it with 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, or you could use fresh chopped garlic. I would use about 1 clove of garlic for this. And I'm also going to season them with salt and pepper. And I'm also going to blanch these green beans, which means I'm not going to let them cook all the way. I'm just going to let them cook for about 3 to 4 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm going to make the roux, which is going to help thicken the sauce. So I have 2 tablespoons of vegan butter and 3 tablespoons of flour, and I'm just going to mix this until it becomes kind of a thick paste. Next, we're going to add 2 cups of veggie broth, and you want to use low sodium for this so you can control how much salt. And then just using a wooden spoon, I'm going to gently break up the mushrooms and stir that around for about 2 to 3 minutes until it thickens up. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of plant milk. I used almond milk. You just obviously want to make sure that it's unsweetened and it's just the regular kind, because vanilla would be terrible in this. And stir that around until it's all nice and thick, and then give it a taste, see if it needs some more salt and pepper. I find that this is really delicious with a little extra pepper. You just want to let it simmer for about 5 minutes, and then I pour that over my green beans. I find that this makes a little bit more than you need, so just make sure that your green beans are covered, but if you have a little extra, feel free to set that aside. And then we're going to add the best part of green bean casserole, which is the crispy onions. I like to be very, very generous with the onion topping because it's definitely the best part and it adds so much flavor to this dish. So I'm going to top my green beans with the onions and then pop it in the oven for about 15 minutes or so at 375. Everything's already cooked, so you really just want to give the sauce a little bit more time to thicken and the onions time to crisp up and get nice and golden brown. Next, we're going to be making the sweet potato casserole that I grew up with every Thanksgiving, and you could use fresh yams if you want, but we've always used this brand, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. But you need 2 pounds of steamed potatoes, and then we're going to add some pineapple. And I know that sounds weird, but it's delicious. I went ahead and added a whole can, but the recipe is half of a can or one of those like smaller cans. I will have the exact measurements in the description box, but I added a lot because I love it. And then you're going to add half of a cup of melted vegan butter, and then season generously with salt and pepper. I did quite a bit of each because you want to make sure you're balancing out the sweetness. And then you just start mashing, and this is what's fun about Thanksgiving too. Like if you have kids in the kitchen, they can go ahead and like add things to the pot, and nothing is hot here, so they can't really hurt themselves, and it's fun to like have them take turns mashing. I remember that was like something I loved to do when I was a kid. And it wouldn't be sweet potato casserole if we didn't have some marshmallows on top, so I'm going to add some vegan marshmallows. These are by the brand Dandies, and I got them at Whole Foods. They're delicious. So I'm going to add quite a lot to the top and then kind of arrange them in an even layer and bake this with a piece of foil very loosely on top for about 20 minutes at 375, or just until the center is nice and warm. And then I'm going to pull the foil off and broil it just for a few seconds, 30 seconds max, to make sure that the marshmallows get nice and golden brown. And oh my gosh, I cannot wait for you guys to try this. Just the smell alone is incredible, and it goes so well with all the other treats I've taught you how to make throughout the course of this series. On Thanksgiving, I just love to have a little bit of everything. I love how all the flavors just work together so well. So you've got to have a little bit of green bean casserole, some sweet potato casserole, some turkey. Here's my actual plate from the early Thanksgiving I had with my boyfriend. I had green beans, I had the field roast, I had mashed potatoes, sweet potato casserole, some of the appetizers from the first video, tofurkey, and of course cranberry sauce, and it was all so good. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this series and will try these side dishes because I know you're gonna love them. Alright guys, so that is it for this video, and that completes my 3-part Thanksgiving series. I hope that you enjoy, and I hope that it's given you lots of good inspiration. And I would love to see, like, if you make one or all of these recipes, I want to see a picture of your plate on Thanksgiving. So snap a pic, either send it to me on Snapchat or Instagram, tag me in something, because I love, love, love seeing your recipe creations. It honestly makes my day. So please do that. And then also, if you know anyone who, whether they're vegan or not, but if they're going to be cooking this year and they may need some recipe inspiration, please go ahead and send this series to them. Share it on your Facebook, share it with your friends and family. It would mean so much to me, and I hope that it will be helpful for them too. So have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for watching this series, and I will see you in a video very soon. Bye guys.